Hi, you guys. Happy weekend. Welcome to Hollyscoop's Moments of the Week. I am Gabrielle Valenson.
And I'm Courtney Revolution. How you doing today, girl?
I am doing well, Court. How are you? I love seeing your smiling face. It makes my morning.
Thank you. I'm feeling sensational and I'm feeling phenomenal and I'm feeling a little thirsty. So I hope you got some tea for me, girl.
Yes, I do. I love all of those words. And yes, we got a lot of tea because, as always, a lot of tea went down this week. So Jada Pinkett and Will Smith, tea to discuss. I don't think we've talked about that, me and you. Plus all of that Megan Thee Stallion drama that went down throughout the week. We're gonna go over that, break it all down. Then of course, a few other stories we did not have time to discuss. So stay tuned for all of that. But first up, let's talk Jada and Will. Quick little recap, Court. After years of rumors, Jada Pinkett Smith admitted to having a relationship with singer-songwriter August Alsina while she was secretly separated from husband Will Smith. Will joined Jada on her Facebook Watch show last week called Red Table Talk, where they publicly addressed this. It was during their marriage with Will's knowing consent. Jada said that her relationship with August did start out as a friendship. She just wanted to help him with his health, with his mental state. And she did say to Will, quote, "You and I were going through a very difficult time. We broke up. We decided that we were going to separate for a period of time." Court, honestly, I feel like they kept their separation under wraps because I don't remember hearing anything about this. Do you?
No, not at all. We know that the Smiths are a publicly private family. I kind of describe myself the same way. They let us know things that they want us to know, and the things that they don't want us to know, they're really good at keeping under wraps, girl, like a mummy.
Exactly. And then look, they wanted us to know that these rumors were true, and they do it on Red Table Talk. So Jada did, she did say that they reconciled and that, quote, "We have really gotten to that new place of unconditional love," which is great. But basically, Paps caught Jaden and Kendall Jenner hitting the beach in Malibu this week shortly after that was released, and everyone was saying Kendall's no stranger to family drama, so it was good for Jaden to have a friend like that. That was kind of the news this week. So yeah, they've known each other for years. So that's nice. But yeah, I just wanted to know your thoughts on the Smiths confirming this publicly. And I think you basically just explained. I liked that. Privately public.
Yeah, they're probably public. I love that they were honest with us. When you don't address things, you leave it up for public speculation. So, hey, come clean with it. We were together. We both decided that we are having a falling out and we're going to do our own thing. And you know what? Sometimes the grass is not always greener on the other side. So they decided, you know what? Indestructible. We're getting back together. Let's get this marriage back on the road. I love it. I love him.
I love it too. That's great. Let's move right along to Megan Thee Stallion drama. There was a lot that happened throughout the week with this. Stories kept changing. A lot. So let's break it down. It began last Saturday. It was reported that Kylie and Meg Thee Stallion were hanging out. Fans freaked because of Meg's close relationship with Jordan Woods, Kylie's ex-BFF. They went live on IG on Saturday. They were in the pool. They were with Tory Lanez. Keep that in mind. So basically, fans were commenting on the Shade Room's repost, because they reposted this IG Live, saying that Kylie was trying to replace Jordan with Megan, but then some other fans even commended Megan for being friendly with both women. So, Court, before we even get into anything else, how do you feel about these two hanging out, considering Meg's close friendship with Jordan?
I don't really mind. The way I look at it is the way I just feel like perhaps maybe Kylie is coming out with a product and she wants Tory Lanez and Megan Thee Stallion, who are both party people, big party brands, to perhaps take part. I don't think that Kylie was trying to be messy with the Jordan Wood stuff, but then again, girl, you never know.
You never know. Very true. So now Tuesday rolls around, and according to a police report that Hollywood Life obtained, police were called to a party in the Hollywood Hills. The same night, Kylie, Meg, and Tory were all hanging out after an alleged argument broke out with Tory. TMZ got the news that shots were fired in the air before the SUV sped off, and then they located the SUV, found out that both Tori and Megan were inside with a gun. So according to that same report, Tori then was arrested and booked for a concealed weapon after a gun was found in his car, which is a felony. And then Meg was taken to a hospital for, at that time, glass in her foot. Okay. So let's keep that in mind. Hollywood Life could not confirm if Kylie was at this same home as the time those shots were fired. But Wednesday rolls around and we got some answers. Some very different answers. So Meg took to Instagram to set the record straight on her hospitalization. Following this arrest, she revealed, quote, she was never arrested, and quote, this whole experience was an eye-opener and a blessing in disguise. So Courtney, she went on to say that in the post, she was hospitalized for gun wounds, which is so much more serious than what anyone else was trying, to make this seem. She said it was committed by someone with the intention to harm her. The police officers drove her to the hospital to remove these bullets. She basically wrote in a post that she was grateful to be alive, expecting a full recovery, but she wanted to clarify these details for everyone. Honestly, I cannot believe how quickly all of this escalated. Monday morning, everyone was concerned with the fact who was hanging out with who. And by Thursday, we all find out it was so much more serious and, a gunshot. So crazy. It's crazy how rumors can spread. How do you feel about this, Court?
Listen, this whole entire situation makes me feel really uneasy. We have been hearing, Gabby, that Tori was the one that shot Megan. We've seen the video of Megan bleeding on the ground as the police are shouting at her. Helicopters flying above. This situation has completely spun out of control. But what I'm hoping for is that Megan has learned a great golden lesson. One, that everyone is not your friend. And two, you need to protect your energy by any means necessary.
I completely agree. And as she said in her post, this was an eye-opening experience for her. So hopefully, speedy recovery to her. And she's learned some lessons. So there you go. Let's move right along from all of that crazy drama. Some other additional headlines. This one's so fun, Court. I don't know if you heard this. Katy Perry asks Jennifer Aniston to be her daughter's godmother. Did you hear that?
Oh, I did not at all. Really?
I didn't either. I know. I saw this a few days ago. I was like, I did not hear this when this initially came out. So yeah, Katy is, as we know, expecting her first child with Orlando Bloom. She's about to give birth, honestly, any week now, any day now. So apparently she chose Jennifer Aniston to be her child's godmother. I was actually surprised when I heard this because I had no idea the two were even close. Did you? I had no idea.
I've always known Jennifer Aniston to be close with Selena Gomez, but it just seems like Jennifer Aniston is like the girl's girl anyway. So this is like good news. At least we know that child will be taken care of always.
Always. It is good news. Jen is actually already godmother to Courtney Cox's daughter. Courtney Cox is obviously her friend's co-star. Yeah, I know, I didn't know that. So I thought that was kind of fun. And honestly, maybe this was the friendship that we never knew we needed. I like this.
Time to put her in a music video, girl.
Okay, moving right along. This is our last little update. I think it's an important one. It's an exciting one because the Tonight Show host Jimmy Fallon is back at 30 Rock. He's back in his studio after months of filming his show remotely from home, like all the other talk shows, like we're doing right now. So Jimmy, his crew, and the Roots band, his band, they're all back in the studio, but there will be no studio audience, and guests will still come on the show virtually. The crew did have to get tested for COVID. They all came back negative, so they are being super safe about it. Jimmy did say in his monologue on Monday, which was his first night back in the studio, quote, as a New Yorker, I want to say thank you to everyone who helped us get back to where we are now, wearing masks, social distancing, washing hands, quarantining, it all helps. He went on to address the other states that are struggling right now and said that there is, quote, light at the end of the tunnel if, quote, we all do our part to keep each other safe. And Courtney, I could not agree more with Jimmy. I keep saying, wouldn't you rather, you in general, get the hard part done now. That way this can all be over sooner. I understand everyone wants to get back to normal life. We all do. I understand that this has been going on for way longer than we thought, but truthfully, life won't be normal again for a while. And once people start accepting that and really doing their part, things will get better. It did in New York. That was the epicenter of COVID in the beginning, but the curve was flattened because people followed guidelines and took it seriously. I know I'm ranting, but I know you're on the same page as me with this. I just want to say to whoever is watching, just wear the freaking mask. It's really not that hard. It's not. This is still a real virus. It's still happening. Do your part. There was actually a report, if everyone wore a mask, this could be over in 4 to 8 weeks. But everyone has to do it, and that's just not happening. So, you know what I mean? Court, thoughts? Some more words of wisdom.
I want to say, just to snowball off of what you said, I want to say this is not a political thing to anyone watching. No. It's not a political thing at all. This has nothing to do with the president or voting or anything. This is about science, health, and safety. You get what I'm saying? I've been hearing a lot in the southern states where my best friend lives. Girl, they in the supermarket, no mask on, running around willy-nilly in the Piggly Wiggly. So put a mask on and not only keep yourself safe, but keep granny, auntie, babies, and everything else safe. You know, it's a team effort.
That's the thing. It's just not a time to be selfish right now. And I just keep thinking of people like Nick Cordero, you know, the recent Broadway star who died, no underlying health conditions. He was 41. He was in the hospital for 95 days. I mean, I'm not trying to, you know, make things super sad here, but think of people other than yourself. It's just not a time to be selfish. So I'm done. We're done with the COVID rant. It really fires me up, as you can see. But going back to Jimmy, he's back in the studio to bring some shiny new content to our screens at home. It was, you know, it's nice seeing all these hosts at home, but I think I'm ready for a change of scenery and just, you know, a studio setting. So we'll see what other hosts / shows follow in his footsteps. And that's all we have today, you guys. Yes.
Damn.
Courtney, I love chatting with you. And you guys, we want to hear your reaction to Jada publicly confirming and discussing her relationship with August Alsina to her husband, Will. Also thoughts on all the Meg Thee Stallion drama. Finally, how do you guys feel about the other headlines? You know, Katy asking Jen to be her daughter's godmother. And then Jimmy Fallon back shooting The Tonight Show in the studio. Let it out down below, and be sure to check out The Morning Tea every weekday, 8:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time with Courtney and Alex. And as always, be sure to give this video a like, share it with your friends, and subscribe to the Hollyscoop channel. Don't forget to hit that notification bell. We'll see you guys. Have a great weekend. Bye.